This video was supposed to be my Leagues 5 finale, and if you're wondering where that is, it doesn't exist, because Jagex decided to kill their game. Now, if you're completely out of the loop, I'm going to briefly summarise what's been happening. There's been a lot of drama over the past couple of weeks almost now, since the 15th or 16th, now the 24th recording this. I've not been able to record. I just wanted to address why I haven't posted a Leagues video or anything. I've had an eye infection. It's still clearing up, but I figured I just needed to get a video out at this point and give my take on this whole situation, because it's sad and it sucks, and RuneScape is on its last legs, and at this point I think the writing's on the wall, but a lot of people can't see it or don't want to see it, and I feel like I need to just give my 2 cents on that. So yeah, it's time to talk about the drama and what my plans are, because unfortunately I'm not intending to play RuneScape anytime soon. As I say, I feel like the writing is kind of on the wall and the game is going to spiral downwards in a game that's entirely based on long-term progression and commitment. I can't bring myself to play anymore. I have no desire to. But what's been going on? In case you don't know, Jagex put some surveys out asking about basically what can we chop off the game and sell back to you at premium. Obviously, nobody wanted any of it. I've got a couple of examples up here of some of the options they were offering, just to go over some of the ludicrous content that they were planning to sell us. And I say content, enhanced player support is not content. It is just something that we deserve and have been asking for years. A pause membership option is something that should be available for everyone. Additional account security features is a ridiculous thing to try and sell, and a bond is not complimentary if you're paying $22.49 a month. Just going over these very briefly at how ridiculous they are. How about paying £11 a month or $11 a month, but you get ads in your game, that horrible thing that nobody ever wanted. By the way, ads are coming to free to play, but we'll get to that. You only get one member character, of course, but you can pay $12.50 a month extra for more characters rather than just paying $11 again. Don't know why you do that, but some of these things are just ridiculous. Like, they want to put ads in the game. One of the cheaper options here is a shorter AFK timer, which is another thing that is going to end up coming. Some of these options are actually okay. Like, if you play 4 characters, then $20 a month is probably just better for you, especially if you're not playing RuneScape 3, because a lot of these options are just one game or the other rather than and as well, is another thing you have to keep in mind here. Basically, all of these are bullshit. Mobile only access, like, sure, maybe that's better for one person, but for $3 cheaper, it's basically an insult, especially when that was the price that we were paying up until 2 or 3 months ago anyway, because there was a recent price hike that got rid of grandfathered membership rates. That's another thing. The company that recently took over, the CVC, the only company out of like the last 7 to own Jagex that have got rid of the grandfathered membership rates that people had and forced people to buy a new tier of membership effectively. And if that doesn't say all about what their attitude is towards monetization in this game, then I don't know what does. All of this is disgusting. It was an insult. It was a kick in the face. It was a sign of doom to come. And unfortunately, despite what people seem to believe, none of it's going away. Let's take a look at the first post that Jagex had about this. The post that nobody wanted to attach their name to. Just the old school RuneScape team. Usually we get all the JMods names at the bottom, but not on this one. Okay, I'm gonna just pick and choose bits of this that I want to talk about. I'm not gonna read through the whole thing. You can read it yourself on the website if you need to. I'm gonna break down the important bits here, because it's a lot of bollocks and a lot of CEO speak, just corporation speak, lawyer speak that doesn't mean anything. It's jargon. It doesn't add anything valuable. Saying we've seen your feedback, concerns and criticisms, blah blah blah. It's just bollocks to make you think they care. And the only important things that we need to pay attention to are what they're actually saying. So they're saying it's not a list of plan changes, it's a research tool to help us understand what you value most in your membership, aka what we can charge you most for. It's part of a long multi-step process. That means that it's not over because multiple steps, which players have been involved in from the very beginning. I'm not aware that we've been involved from this unless they're talking about the survey they put out where they said, what if we remove Treasure Hunter and then increase membership costs? And they didn't remove Treasure Hunter from RS3 and increase membership costs. Focus groups, early surveys, and blah blah blah. It's just bollocks. One of the reasons we include controversial or polarizing topics in surveys is because they provide valuable insights. What insight have you gained from this, Jagex? That we all fucking hate you now? That you still don't know how to talk to your community or deal with us after 20 years? I don't even know how long Jagex has been around. I played this game when I was in high school. I found it again a couple of years ago, and I've been addicted for the past 2 years, playing like 8 to 12 hours a day. Since this happened, I've logged in twice to leagues. I played for like an hour each time. I got depressed and logged out, and I haven't been back in the past 5 days, I don't think. Like, you just punched us all in the face. You just slapped us and said, hey, do you like that? You want more? I'm gonna charge you for the next slap, don't worry. So all this jargon does not matter. It does not mean anything. We want to be absolutely clear. Any potential changes to membership options will not impact gameplay fairness or the availability of in-game content. Core game features, and that's an important tenet there, because what they consider core game features can mean literally anything. They could decide that run energy is no longer a core game feature, for example. They could decide that health regeneration is no longer a core game feature. I'm taking ridiculous examples, but this is a worthless statement, because what they consider core could be anything. And gameplay fairness, well, why are you talking about AFK timers then? And again, we'll get back to the AFK timers because they've basically said they're going to do it. That is impacting gameplay fairness. They've said they're going to do it to free-to-play, sure, which isn't a membership option technically, I guess, but it's still impacting gameplay fairness. Anywho, account-related services should not be charged for, so that's bollocks. The methodology does not matter. Tiered membership systems is a foundation. We don't want it. We don't want it. We just want, like, $6 a month for old school RuneScape. That's all we care about. No one wants tiers. In-game advertising. There are no plans to include ads in the base membership or to make ad-supported options a significant part of the game. So we do have plans to make them a part of the game, just not what we consider significant, which is wildly different to what the public would consider significant. And base membership means that they may start offering cheaper memberships that do have ads. Effectively, this little section here says we plan to make ads in cheaper membership tiers and make ad-supported options a significant part of the game. Like, this reads like it's good, but it's not. It's terrible, and this is why I wanted to make this video, because a lot of people don't, I don't know, the pain in the community seems to have died down, and people have just gone back to playing, and fair enough, if you want to go enjoy the game while you still got membership left or whatever, go have fun. To me, I can't invest anything in it, because it's a game about long term, like I say, and they are going to ruin it. They are saying it right here. The fact that this word was included in the base membership, if they said no plans to include ads in members and no plans to make ad-supported options a part of the game, then this would be fine. But the fact that they've got these extra words in here, it makes it worthless. Paid player support. We've heard loud and clear. We've heard this exact phrase used by them in history multiple times. Think evolution of combat and pay to win, treasure hunter, battle pass stuff. I don't know a lot about normal RS. I'm an old school player, but I know those guys like take the brunt of the shafting that we get. And now it's just switching more to us, because old school's the more popular game. Anyway, reduced AFK timers. This has been wildly criticised. Doesn't actually say anything about their plans in there. It just says that we've criticised them. Yeah, it sucks, don't do it, but they're gonna anyway. Not intended to be concrete plans doesn't mean that it's not a plan still. Alright, feedback matters about learning, not making decisions in a vacuum. This research is a starting point, not an announcement of changes. Blah, blah, blah. Obviously, a lot of people didn't like this post, so I guess I probably spent too long blabbing about why this wasn't good, because the day after, the CEO of Jagex himself followed up with a post of his own, and this is the one that a lot of people seem to have accepted, and I need everyone to know this is the exact same as the previous one. They're apologising without apologising. They're actually just shifting the blame to their research partner. They're basically saying that we trusted their judgment on this, and we put out a survey that we looked at and decided, yeah, they know better than us, even though this exact community has quit once before and will do again if you're an asshole. Especially when it comes to things like MTX, ads, and monetization in game. You can't shift the blame to your research partner. You chose to use that research partner, and you sent the survey out at the end of the day. You made videos with Jagex employees reading this shit out. It was on you. No blame shifting to anyone else. Jagex did this. Yes, we saw it as alarming possibilities that threatened the integrity of the game we love. Not appeared. See, they're downplaying it now. They're making it seem like this is something we saw. What was intended as a rigorous methodology for exploring an unfiltered range of ideas, you saw, saying they still don't see it as alarming possibilities. They just see it as possibilities. It contained ideas that shouldn't have been there for serious consideration. That's the only bit that kind of is just a true statement, but it doesn't absolve you of anything to admit that. Like, you knew that before you posted it out, and you still posted it out, so there's no way that they didn't realise this was going to go badly. They knew it was going to go badly. It was a choice on their behalf. Okay, I don't care about why the survey was conducted. Yes, you've undermined our trust again by suggesting things like this, and the fact that you then go on to say we're basically still going to do it anyway is what really pisses me off. Okay, this reaffirmed how much you care about our games. Yeah, they're trying to make us feel like we're still attached to it, even though we want to detach in our mental state, thanks to everything that's happened. No firm plans were in place, and not a single line of code was written for any of them. Well, yeah, that's the whole point of the survey, is that you were going to figure out what you wanted to code, so that doesn't mean anything either. That would have always been the case, whether or not it was a firm plan. If you're going to survey something, you don't start work on it beforehand. You start work on it after. That's the entire point of the survey. Okay, ads in membership. So this is the bit where people seem to read it and go, yeah, this is fine, and it's not. Ads in membership were originally to be tested in the context of a lower cost ad-supported membership. We will not include in-game advertisements in any regular paid membership. That means anything that's at or above the price we are paying right now. That does mean they can make a cheaper package and then price hike 2 months after it, so that it's actually the same as what we're paying right now, but we've got adverts. This means nothing. This line means nothing. Regular paid membership could go up to $30 a month, and you have no option other than $12 a month for an ad game. Don't put ads in a paid game. In fact, don't put ads in any game, because they've said right here they will explore ads in free-to-play as a concept in the future. This isn't may, this is will, and this is a bold-faced lie. They will do this. If they've said we may do it, that means they will. And it'll be bad, because free-to-play is the advert for the main game, so that's going to stop all the new player influx that we've had over the past couple of years of RuneScape's golden age from coming. They won't care anymore. If anyone logs into the game on free-to-play to try it out, like as a demo, and they just see ads all over the place, they're going to log straight out, and they're never going to play it again, because it's disgusting. Nobody wants it. And you will ruin your own player base coming in. Like, The people that are trying to capitalize on don't exist. Yes, we're all hopelessly addicted to the game, but we also, like, aren't children. We know our own minds and the worth of what you're giving us, and it's not enough. Anyway, AFK timers. Yeah, this bit is basically saying they're adding AFK timers lower in free-to-play, because they've said we will not be reducing it for any paid membership, which means free-to-play gets it. And the case with both of these things is, if free-to-play gets it, pay-to-play will eventually get it. Guaranteed, because they can just hike the price of normal membership until it's too ridiculous to pay, and you have to go down to one of these ridiculous ones if you want to even keep it. It's going to happen. The writing is on the wall. We understand that exclusive worlds or other mechanics that could be perceived as pay-to-win are a major concern, and we commit to ensuring that any subscription provides access to the full suite of core game content. I wouldn't think this statement is notable at all, except the fact that they've included this word core again. Just makes me feel like there's something nasty lurking under it. Like, this doesn't mean anything, and it didn't need to be here at all. And the inclusion of this word makes me feel like they included it for a purpose that we just don't know yet. So, yeah, that is kind of concerning, but whatever. Game clients. We will not make plugins or features on our official client paid options. Well, no one uses the official client, and we do not plan to get features behind paywalls. This applies to the incredible work done by developers too, such as RuneLite and HSTOS. That doesn't mean they won't charge us to use RuneLite or HDOS. There's nothing in here saying we will not charge you to use RuneLite. It says we will not make plugins and features on our client paid options, and we don't plan to get features behind paywalls. RuneLite isn't a feature, it's a client. And it says this applies to it's packaged together to try and trick you here, but this does not say we will not charge you for using RuneLite. It says we will not charge you for using our client with plugins, but if you want to use RuneLite, we are probably still going to charge you extra. I feel like that one's gone under the radar, so. You want improved player support, and shouldn't cost us. They've been saying this for 10 years and nothing's got better. This means nothing, I don't need to address it any further. We will never degrade or change the gameplay experience on offer between subscribers. It's a lie. Everything that we just went over in that last section, ads in membership, AFK timers, exclusive worlds and pay-to-win concerns, game clients, all of that will degrade or change the gameplay experience on offer between subscribers. So this is a lie, straight up. And yeah, that is a red line. It's a red circle around it saying we don't even try to, like, be straight anymore. We're just gonna lie to your face and accept the fact that you know we're lying to your face, and people just seem to be eating the shit. Yeah, this means nothing. This last bit, it's just jargon. But moving forward, we'll take more time to reflect on how we explore topics like this again. People that think this is going away, that it's done now, that they've posted this apology, which isn't an apology, it's not done. It's coming back. All of these things are coming. AFK timers, ads in membership, game clients and plugins. It's all coming. And there's nothing we can do about it, except stop playing. And I think we need to stand on this. Because if we don't, if we take this shit, they will keep taking advantage of us. And it will expand. It will show other game developers that that's okay. And we don't want that in the industry. We want to show the industry, no, gamers will not put up with this. That's my whole take on the situation anyway. In terms of what I'm planning to do on the channel, obviously I have main RuneScape series and the League series and other things going on in RuneScape that I was planning to get back to when League's finished. I don't even know where I ended up ranking in Leagues because I just haven't logged on, so fuck knows. I guess we'll check. 607 was the rank I ended on, 74,930. I was at one point above my previous year's rank of 526. I was on like 504 or something almost in the top 500. And then all this shit happened and I just stopped caring. So yeah, slipped down to 607. But what am I planning to do? Well, thankfully, I have managed to find a game that I've been really enjoying these past few days. And I can't wait to make some content on it now that I'm sort of back able to be behind the camera or in front of the camera. Makes more sense. So keep an eye out. I'm going to have a video coming out very soon about the experience of a RuneScape refugee trying out Path of Exile 2, which is a game whose company have 10 years of goodwill built up for treating their player base so fucking well during PoE 1. It's basically, if you imagine the three Gower brothers never sold RuneScape and just kept making it great, and then 10 years later went, okay, we're going to take all the lessons that we'd learned about the first game that we've feature crept over time and apply them to a brand new game. And that's what we've got. And they still run the company. So the vision is perfectly in line with the customers of what the players actually want. The game's awesome. I can't wait to get into it with y'all some more. So definitely keep an eye out. If you're interested in Path of Exile videos. If you're only interested in RuneScape videos, I'm sorry, I don't have any plans to make any unless we see some significant announcements walking back this stuff. I want to see reductions in membership. I want to go back to 12 at a bare minimum a month. And if it is $12 a month, you should give us an extra character. Because I'm not playing RuneScape 3. I don't want a character in that game. Give me 2 characters in the main game. That would let people have a main account and an Iron Man account. And those are the 2 primary ways that people tend to interact with RuneScape. Lots of people like to try both. Not being able to sucks. Unless we get like 2 mems for cheaper than we're getting now, I don't see myself coming back to the game, even though I've still got like months of membership left on multiple accounts that I can't get back, you know. It was year-long memberships that I bought. Anyway, long ramble over. Leave a like on the video, I guess. Let me know if there's any games you want to see me play, because I'm going to be experimenting with things, just trying to figure out what works here on the channel. I don't want to stop making content because I love this community and the hype that we've built up around stuff over the past year as the channel has grown. It's been amazing, so I'm going to still carry on making content, just not about RuneScape. Like I say, I've got Path of Exile things coming up. I'm a Baldur's Gate fan as well. I'm a Magic the Gathering fan as well. If you want to see any of that on the channel, let me know. If there's other games that you think I might like, then let me know. Maybe I'll consider those too. And leave a like on the video. It feels weird saying leave a like on the video or subscribe to the channel on this, because this is a sad video. But I just want to assure everyone that the future of the channel is existent. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to different games for a while at least, until we see some change, hopefully. Alright, that's going to be all from me. Look after yourselves, be lovely to one another, and I will see you on the next video, whatever it may be.